I've been asked to speak about political astuteness. Now that's a pretty serious subject, so I'm going to take a little break from the seriousness for a little guardroom humor before I start and tell you a joke about this particular staff sergeant who was scheduled to work the midnight to 8 a.m. shift, and he wasn't feeling particularly well, so he booked 5 hours off at the end of the shift and headed home. And he arrived home about 3 o'clock in the morning, and he decided to undress in the dark so as to not wake his wife. And as he crept into the bedroom and started to climb into bed, his wife sleepily woke up and said, "Honey, I have a splitting headache. Would you go down to the all-night Shoppers Drug Mart and get me some aspirin?" And the staff sergeant, being a good husband, replied, "Certainly, honey," and he felt his way across the darkened room and groped around and put on his uniform, and then he walked over to the drugstore in the next block. And as he walked into the store, a very surprised-looking pharmacist looked up and he said, "Say, I know you. Aren't you that police officer?" And the staff sergeant said, "Yeah, sure, so what?" He said, "Well, what the heck are you doing dressed up like the fire chief?" I'm the chief of York Regional Police, and although I don't have beautiful slides of the Sydney Harbour, I could have brought a slide of Wonderland here and showed it to you, but York Region, for those of you that are not familiar, is immediately north here of the city of Toronto, and we are the 6th largest municipality in Canada and home to such large giants in industry such as Magna, IBM, and Wonderland, which is our version, a very small version of Disneyland. But our region was created in 1971 with 14 different municipalities and amazingly 14 different police services coming together in one. And today we've grown to be the 3rd largest municipal police service in Ontario with over almost 1,800 employees, a full-time air support unit, marine unit, policing almost 1 million people, with 9 separate municipalities, 9 different mayors, 9 different councils, plus a regional council and a regional chair. So you can appreciate the importance of political astuteness in an environment like that. I was explaining to one of my colleagues as well that we are one of Canada's fastest growing and most diverse communities, attracting almost 40,000 citizens a year, and more often than not now, citizens from Asia, from mainland China, from South Asia, from Pakistan and India. And in fact, 35% of the citizens of our region were not born in Canada, and in fact, one of our municipalities, Markham, over 55% of them were not born in Canada, so we have a large visible majority. I've been a police officer for 34 years, and I've had the benefit of working with some fantastic police leaders, and I'll admit some not so fantastic police leaders as well. But I count myself to have been very fortunate to work with individuals such as Commissioner Julian Fantino, Chief Don Hillick, and Chief Bob Mada, to name but a few, and certainly learned a lot about political astuteness from these 3 men, and also about the importance of building good relationships within the organization and within the community, relationships that are most importantly built on municipal respect and on professionalism.